A couple of Fantasy Flight's Star Wars lines, X-Wing and the role-playing side of things.
In particular, these are both Force Awakens, which is really cool.
Yeah, I think that's what makes these really interesting. Yeah, so one is, for X-Wing, it's the Millennium Falcon, but it's the new upgraded Millennium Falcon.
So Millennium Falcon after it's been around since the Return of the Jedi.
Right, it's piloted by Rey, and it's also got Poe Dameron in there with his new X-Wing, and I think a new TIE Fighter is also in this, or if it's maybe it's separate.
No, I don't think this is a TIE Fighter.
They talked about his TIE Fighter though in the
I think
preview.
Poe's a pilot, and I know it says Han and Chewie.
Oh,
in there as well.
Okay, yeah.
So, definitely pulling more from the movie, and I like it because I was a little worried because we saw the new X-Wing and TIE Fighter, and then I'm like, and then it sort of stayed away. You can tell because the Force Awakens has the blue X-Wing logo, not the red. So I'm glad to see that they are taken into account.
And also, Poe Dameron apparently has a 9 pilot rating now. The other one had an 8, so that makes him that's the highest level you can get as a pilot. So that's up there with Darth Vader. So I was like, is he that good of a pilot? I guess he is.
I assume since they sent him solo to find the map to Luke Skywalker.
Unintended?
No, but one of the things I'm curious is I don't know if you know this. I mean, obviously the X-Wing this is what I'm excited. What I thought was cool is his black X-Wing. Mm-hmm. But is the Millennium Falcon actually a different?
It is. It has actually, the modeling is a little bit different.
The model.
Yeah, the job is a little different. I think it has maybe 1 or 2, a new satellite dish or something. Mostly it's the same, but it is a little bit different from the other one, which is cool. And then there is the Force Awakens role-playing game.
I can't wait for someone to use one of the new one and one of the old one, Millennium Falcons, and just be like, wait, which one's which?
That's why they made those colored bases. That's exactly why. The role-playing game is the Force Awakens beginner box that is not officially part of any of their other Star Wars RPGs, but it uses the same system.
Are those all connected?
Yeah, they're all the same system. They're just different time periods and stuff. Mm-hmm. And this one takes place on Jakku. And you're just random people. There's no Jedis or anything, obviously, if you've seen the movie. But that's kind of cool that it's meant to bring people into the game, new people.
I'm actually a little surprised because we've only seen the first movie out of the 3 trilogies, and not counting any spin-offs, that they'd be willing to jump into an RPG, because an RPG usually requires a great deal of backstory and whatnot. And considering how you don't want to really spoil anything.
Well, that's why I think they're relegating it all to Jakku. I don't think you really leave that planet.
Okay.
Unless your DM, makes that up for you. I think what's in that book is very side stuff.
I mean, I can see it being done. I'm just very surprised that they were willing to, go there before even the second movie. I could maybe see it after the second movie came out because you've got 2/3 of your world written out.
Well, I think it's interesting that they're just calling this one Force Awakens. The other ones are all they're all different. They're not based on specific
No, but I
movies.
think you're right. I think it comes down to this one is probably designed a lot more to bring in new people. So it has the actual name of a movie.
Right, that makes sense. And I also think that they definitely waited until, I wonder if they were planning these that far in advance. My hunch is that they wanted to find out if these movies would actually be good or not. That they were if Force Awakens bombs and it's another Phantom Menace, that's why they only put out that beginner thing and didn't jump in. Now it seems dust has cleared, response was good.
No, I do think that was part of it. I also think another reason is because Disney is, as far as I can tell, Disney's been very smart when it comes to these. And, really wanted people to focus just on the movie, not let anything come out, so everyone already has made plenty of time for fan theories. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then put this out. So it's almost we got the movie, the DVD.
Right.
Now the RPG.
Right. It comes in waves. They don't want to compete with themselves.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. So these are both this year, anyway. I think. I feel safe now. Before I could say that because the year there's so much left, but now we're halfway through it. But I'm pretty sure they're 2016, so that should be good, and I'm sure that we'll see more more Fantasy Flight stuff for Star Wars and the new ships coming in the future.